You know something strange? We spend years in school learning equations, history, science, grammar, but almost nobody ever teaches us how money actually works. Not really. Nobody sits us down and explains why some people spend their entire lives working for money, while others quietly learn how to make money work for them. And because of that, most of us grow up guessing. We copy what our parents did. We follow the path society lays out for us. Study hard, get a job, work harder, save money, retire someday. And yet, for millions of people, something still feels missing. Like, no matter how hard they run, they never truly get ahead. In 1997, a man named Robert Kiyosaki published a small book that most publishers rejected. They said it was too unconventional, too controversial, too different. He published it anyway, and then something unexpected happened. People started handing the book to their friends, their coworkers, their families, not because they were told to, but because it felt like someone had finally explained the rules of a game everyone was already playing. That book was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and over time, it became the most influential personal finance book in the world. More than 40 million copies sold, translated into over 50 languages, read by people from every background imaginable. But the reason this book mattered wasn't because it promised people riches. It mattered because it changed the way people think about work, about fear, about security, about money itself. And at the center of it all was one simple idea. Two fathers, two completely different mindsets. Robert Kiyosaki grew up in Hawaii. His own father, the man he later called Poor Dad, was highly educated. A hardworking, respected man with a stable career and strong values. He believed in doing everything the right way. Study hard, get a secure job, work your way up slowly, avoid risks. And despite all of that, money was always a struggle. The second father, his best friend's dad, had very little formal education. But he understood something most people never learn: how money actually works, how businesses work, how investments work, how wealth is built quietly over time. Robert watched both men closely, and eventually he realized something life-changing. The biggest difference between rich people and everyone else isn't income, it's the way they think. Now, to be fair, this book is not perfect. Some people disagree with Kiyosaki's advice. Some critics question parts of the story itself, and those conversations matter. But even today, decades later, the core lessons in this book continue to change lives, especially for people who were never taught financial thinking growing up. For people who feel trapped in a cycle they don't fully understand. For people who know there has to be another way. So in this series, we're going to explore every major lesson from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, not with shallow summaries, not with motivational cliches, but slowly, clearly, honestly. We'll talk about why the rich don't work for money, why financial literacy changes everything, the real difference between assets and liabilities, why corporations and taxes matter, how wealthy people spot opportunities differently, and why learning skills may matter more than chasing paychecks, one lesson at a time. And at the end of each video, you'll walk away with something practical you can apply to your own life. Maybe you're struggling financially right now. Maybe you're doing okay, but deep down, you feel stuck. Or maybe you're simply trying to understand money before the world teaches you the hard way. Wherever you are, you're exactly where you need to be. Because nobody taught us this. That's the whole point. So keep an open mind. You don't have to agree with everything in this book. You just have to think. Because once you start seeing money differently, it becomes impossible to see the world the same way again. This is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and this is only the beginning. Lesson 1 begins now. The rich don't work for money. Let's begin.
Thank you for spending your time with me today. If this introduction helped you see money,
mindset, or life a little differently, then this journey is only just beginning. So if you want to continue this journey with me, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Lesson 1 is coming next. The rich don't work for money. And trust me, it changes the way you see everything. I'll see you in the next lesson.